We're coming in with some fresh drafts here, some fresh picks. I mean, in terms of the carries, as we're seeing, K1, he kind of wants to play a bit of everything, this time coming in on his Juggernaut. But I got to say, the thing that stands out for me, first I was kind of looking at Heroic's lineup and feeling they don't have a lot of stuns. But to be fair, neither does Xtreme Gaming. Not a lot of kind of instant catch from either team. What does this sort of say to you, and who do you think is going to have the easier time?
XG's draft looks very nice. Very, very nice. Very well-rounded, very difficult for this Weaver to get caught. Brewmaster, very big team fight winner. Yeah, this looks difficult. I don't know, K1 just looks like he wants to play like the hardest carry heroes possible in all these games or something. I don't know.
Jug as a hero and as a carry right now, I mean, what's your impressions been from sort of the Jug games that we do occasionally see? You know, what's up with this guy right now?
He just feels very weak. I don't know. He needs so much time, but it doesn't feel like time favors you because Omni Slash is very underwhelming. I've seen the level 25 talent, the Healing Ward thing did come into play one game. I think it was Ame actually playing it, but he was super farmed this game, and it takes forever to get there. So we'll have to see. I have my doubts, but we'll have to see if Heroic can actually make some crazy stuff happen. I'm worried about the bottom lane in particular. The last game, they had a pretty okay lane, but they put zero pressure onto Ame. He had absolute free farm, and I mean, this does feel like it could be a similar or way worse one where they could just feed kills down here. This is a very strong lane that XG does have set up versus Pango.
Overall, though, I mean, you don't feel like Schofield should he be able to do a bit more this game on the Grimstroke, or is it still not easy on this hero with the heroes he's against?
I would say he can do more because I mean, in particular, I really did not like the Clockwork pick in the last game. It felt like it didn't really have a purpose.
Top lane, gonna try and stand their grounds for the kill here, and Xtreme Gaming, they'll get first blood.
God, spin at level 1 is so bad now.
It's gonna be that 1-for-1 trade there. Both KJ and XXS going down, but Xtreme Gaming, they were the ones to get the kill first. Get that bonus.
See what route Hector goes down. It looks like it's just going to be the phase Maelstrom build. So other issue thing about this hero is I've seen so many times people playing Jug, playing Lifestealer and stuff versus Disruptor, right? You see him spinning, TPing, etc. like that. The times have changed. There's always going to be extra forms of catch, extra forms of being able to prevent this hero from getting his, you know, save/protection off. So
bottom lane, level 2 is going to be hit. I feel like, yeah, Heroic, they've got to be careful.
They got 2 now as well, though, at least.
Top lane.
Spin is used.
Xinq's hit the 2, but of course with XXS dying earlier being out of the lane, he's not quite got it. Now he has.
Yeah, his farm is definitely getting slowed down because of that. They'll get the jump back.
They're going to try for the setup. So they can punish K1 during this.
They're able to
jump forward, take out the healing ward.
Oh, that's devastating, actually.
Should be fine, but it's still a lot of damage that K1's having to suffer through that.
He actually has trouble now stepping up to the wave. This hero is very fragile in comparison to a lot of other carries, too. Losing Healing Ward is something that almost can't happen. I see some people even get 2 points in it early nowadays. Or even level 1 if they get the Healing Ward just to be able to sustain.
I guess that's the thing in this lane, yeah. With the jump forward from Xingqiu, he's going to be able to take out that Healing Ward pretty much any time.
Every time, yeah.
It's dropped down in any sort of altercation.
K1 getting good farm, though, at least in these first few waves because of the kill, so XXS is slowed down. Taking a look at other lanes, I mean, mid, I don't think we need to look at too much. I think this is, sometimes we do get this, when it's just a bit of a more boring lane.
That should be free farm for both XM.
XM maybe just getting those extra bit of denies.
Should be able to
secure them with the shrapnel. So he might pull out a little bit ahead, actually. Yeah, I feel like this is just another game where Ame is just going to get absolute free farm, and as we mentioned, there's no stuns for him. There's literally the Pango roll. Which is pretty easy to play around with Shikuchi.
I mean, and on this top lane, you know, Heroic, once they've got kind of a few points in the Blade Fury, can they look for kills against these two, or is it unlikely?
Very unlikely.
Bottom lane, trying to finish off Ame. I mean, they'll get him with the swashbuckle.
Very nice.
See if DY can do anything in return.
He's
got one. I mean, he may just.
He's got a blood grenade.
10-1 charges on Divide.
Okay. I was going to say, oh
so
my
Divide
God.
knows. In fact, he's turning around, starting to play a bit more aggressive.
All right, support's getting blessed. I think XG always loves that. Getting aggro.
And that's the Blade Fury used.
Very difficult
throwback
to use aggro Blade Furies up here.
Might cost him his life. He's got the healing wall, but now it's taken out. He'll live, but again, taking quite the beating here from the two of them. Each time K1 tries to play and go for that aggressive maneuver with the Blade Fury.
Just feels like it never has the kill threat it used to have. Just like the old Jug Spin always would threaten early on because it was such crazy damage, but it's gotten so much weaker, and they both have ways to play around it. Brew being incredibly tanky, but then Marcy just being able to jump away.
Play Fury again, but
so tanky.
It's just not enough to get the kills early.
But I mean, they're slowing down the farm of the Brew at least, and Jug is getting good farm, so there is that. And Ame has died the once, which I did not expect to happen bottom.
XXS momentarily zoned out, but the 2 braces now, he should be in a good spot to start to catch back up with the farm that he's be able to find in the lane. Bottom, they're going to look for the setup here on towards Schofield. Jump forward from Xingqiu, look at the bugs in upon him, and Schofield, he'll be gone. Ame, he'll get the last touch on it.
A snag in your timeline.
Early time. They did the same exact thing last game, right? They broke the lanes quite early. They sent the Enchantress top instead. This one, it's Xingqiu looking to make the move around. Maybe look to pressure mid, set up for taking these runes as well, too. Probably expecting that XXS is just fine up top, right? It is a Brewmaster versus a Jug, which can't really kill threat, and it's a Pugna, so no real stuns that comes out from Pugna to threaten him. So let's see what Xingqiu looks to do with these next few moments, since he has boots. He can just roam around the map.
Indeed, sitting in the mid lane, that's a slight edge that XM's now able to get.
Yep. And let's see what I want to see KJ also do a similar thing as Xingqiu's doing. I want to see him moving around. If they're just going to leave a 1v1 of a Brewmaster versus Jug, I want to see the Pugna look to follow suit, follow the Marcy's movements.
6-minute power in.
A gift from the Tempest of Battle.
Oh, and Analog gets a good one.
Probably wasn't going to die anyway in this mid, but now definitely not going to die to any sort of rotation if XG even bothered to bring it over towards him.
It's a pretty big differential in gold around mid, actually. It's 800 gold difference between him and the Sniper now at this point. These extra bit of last hits that XM's and Denizy has been able to get really are adding up. Healing Ward gone again. He killed all of them, right? That's 3 or 4 that
I think so. Each time it's out, Xingqiu straight on it.
Yeah. And that adds up. It's not 0 gold. It's what, 75 still, right? So. Rotation's happening. So Pugna, who's moving where? They're gonna send the Grim top with the Pugna. They do have that combo, you know, the Deep Crep plus the Phantom to be able to just keep people chain silenced and look to try to be able to set up some kills perhaps. See if they can maybe try to threaten the Brewmaster. Still feels hard, but let's see.
See if we can get him. Should be a pretty dead Brew here. I don't think there's many ways for XXX to get out of this. He hasn't quite hit the 6, and even if he had, wouldn't have had a chance to pop it. They may lose some heroes in return, though, with the rotation of Xingqiu and XM, as KJ will get left behind, so one to be found. They won't quite close the gap in on towards K1, so K1's okay. Bottom lane, DY and Ame will try and punish the fact that heroes are top, but TPs are still at the ready, and they'll come in straight away to make sure that they can't get to Llama. Ooh, Analog off
what
the
a
mark with the
sidestep.
Shackram. DY's in with the Jukes. He's definitely going to make them work for this a little bit harder than they may have hoped for initially. Should still be dead.
Look at him juking.
I mean, he's dodging these Shackram left, right, and center. Nearly does manage to bring down the courier. They'll finally get him, but he makes them work for it.
Many rotations happening. They keep slowing down the Brew, though, so it looks like they're going to actually just give XXS the mid lane so he can finish up that 6 here quickly. Give Xingqiu top. Now he's got split. Yeah, killing this Brew now twice. Not bad. Good rotations from the supports. How are those Wisdom runes exchanged, by the way? So it was a 1-for-1. Goodbye.
Still got the Rolling Thunder if he feels threatened.
Right.
But by his side as well.
No glimpse up for 10. He's okay.
Yeah, 6 is up for both of them here. Top now, XXS and K1.
Now he shouldn't die on the Brew. K1 has actually changed the build. He's queuing up the Battle Fury.
Oh, I mean, you're against the Brewlings.
Yeah.
Can be nice.
Attack speed just feels really good, though. I don't know. I've lately been...
I mean, it's...
But it's Jug, like, it's Jug.
It's the hero. It's like, you get Battle Fury, you get Maelstrom, you're still going to have games where it just feels rough playing this hero as the carry. So.
Absolutely.
Let's go for what you fancy in the moment.
Sure.
Battle Fury, it's a classic.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Good old XM Sniper. the one who was dominating on it for a lot during this patch. Top of net worth, level 8 Dragonlance already finished up. Mid tower now under some threat if they do move away from it again. Analog is invis though. Might be able to set up onto XM here.
We'll see how quickly TP's coming if he does reveal himself and try and go for the aggressive player, because I'm sure XG will be ready to back XM up. He's stepping up a little bit.
Jin Q is right next to him.
Analog's going to try and start things. See if they've got enough between the two of them. Good body blocks here from Analog, keeping XM held in the chakram. They'll get the stun with the Ink Swell, but XM's still able to walk away. They weren't able to fully commit in and take down the sniper as XM survives.
Quite a tanky sniper, to be honest with you, with the Treads Dragonlance already. 1300 HP when he's on that string Treads. 3 heroes rotated to try to defend it. They will at least get bottom tower at the same time. Devi able to push forward for it. His farm is quite good. Just a bit better than that Brewmaster, so he's going to have good timing on the Diffusal Blade, which it's a pretty good Diffusal game. Some limited mana pools on a lot of these heroes, at least in the early game. 4-4. Ooh, XM, he's got the Mask of Madness queued up. This tower, just setting up.
Hard to hold this here for Heroic.
Might be suicide to set up for it too. The Brew's already wrapping.
They're going to just go straight onto Schofield. Quick combo. Should be their tower as well. They've got the fortification and they do have a couple around, but coming over to this mid-tier one doesn't seem to be an option right now for Heroic, so they'll have to let it go. XG take the tower.
Middle tower has fallen.
K1.
Just needs time.
Very safe spot up top. Yeah, not a bad timing on this Battle Fury.
Not by any means. I mean, getting that kill, of course, on top definitely really helped him. And they got that, honestly, the tower bottom that I did not expect for them to get either this early on. That'll help him a decent chunk. DY.
And David Lama. Let's see if he can set something up here. He's got the backup of Schofield coming in. DY again doing his best with the Jukes. Will be able to dodge one connection at the Rolling Thunder, but will not be able to get away from the Inkswell or the follow-up there from Devise. They'll get the kill.
Can they get away?
XM and XXS though, they're ready to punish the two of them. They've killed off Schofield. They're going straight for Devi Lama as well. Analog's coming in to attempt to help out. The Decrepify from KJ. We'll give Devi Lama a bit of a chance to get out of this. Another shield crash and the heals coming in. Devi Lama, he's able to walk away. Now they just turn straight over towards XM, but a TP is going to go a long way here this game because the lockdown, the stuns, they're just not there for Heroic in this draft.
It's really just the Rolling Thunder early on, especially if Grimm's dead, Inksoul's used, he's dead, he's gone now too. Very heads up playing, very nice micro from XXS, getting that lift up. He's got an amp damage.
He's going for it here with the amp damage.
I mean, Analog might be dead.
He's probably going to have it. A couple more punches. Not quite. But that's the power of the Master with an amplified damage rune early on with that ultimate. He nearly takes down the mid-timber.
Holy moly. Thank God that he had his Pugna near him too. That was very close.
Want some pointers?
Brew split on cooldown. Do they want to try to make... the lane's not really in a great position to be able to look to make any moves, so it looks like should be some downtime for farm.
A golden thread.
And Radiant's getting closer and closer for XXS, which will bring their whole team lineup together a whole lot stronger. Analog needs this blink. I feel like this is going to be another big timing for him just to be able to try to blow up that sniper in the back lines. He has to be able to just pass through this Marcy, pass through this Primal, pass through this Brewmaster to be able to get to him. Not the easiest of tasks. And in the meanwhile, too, Ame, you know, they do have that double range core that is farming up very fast. And Ame, very difficult to kill this game versus the limited stuns.
Yeah, you can feel very free to farm in the lanes here, even with the knowledge that Heroic are nearby.
And they probably always just feel content because they have that greater scaling and they are playing, you know, versus Jug. They have a great scaling lineup on the side of XG. Smoke coming out, Heroic. Brew split, 10 seconds.
Can they get XM?
Looks like a pretty good opportunity, too.
This should be a pretty dead sniper. XM, they get on top of him, they get the kill.
Good move. I want to see them keep doing that set of plays. Go for the tower, perhaps, too. Just keep looking for these plays, because you know it's a little more greedy from the side of XG having a sniper and a weaver together.
Well, DY is going to be able to make sure that XG get both the wisdoms, though.
Get this push going. KJ with the max blast. CQ is looking to defend. There is a ward behind the tower. Devi considering the jump.
And he's ready to start going for it. Right over towards Xingqiu. Further TPs are coming in, but Xingqiu is caught by the silence. The static storm will drop down by DY, but it's not going to catch anyone. Splits there from XXS. He'll look for KJ first. They're going to block off his escape. Assassinate hit comes in. They'll take out the Pugner. They'll take out Schofield, with Arme chasing down the Grim at the side of the fight.
Finish off the tower. They lose the supports, but you'll take that if you're on the side of Heroic. All in the meanwhile, Hector is able to just get free farm. He doesn't show up for the push at all, so that feels pretty okay for them.
It really does sort of the same question is there as in game one.
It is.
Like if
It is.
K1, game one, sure he gets all the farm in the world on the troll, but can he carry the game as a troll warlord? This game he can get all the farm in the world on a juggernaut, but can he carry this game as a juggernaut?
Exactly. Versus two cores that are pretty damn good for him of being able to.
And mid Divine Llama, he'll die for that. Arme the one to get the kill as well, so more gold going into the hands of Arme's carry Weaver. 3-1 and 2. First Deso stack up for him off the back of that.
They're charging forward too. KJ.
See if DY can get the grab. The glimpse back on Schofield.
Nice, Xingqiu's got him.
I mean, K1's trying to maybe charge in and look for an opportunity to get him with an Omni Slash, but it's not easy. He's going to try for the TP out. They've got a lot of physical damage, and it's enough.
He's dead.
He's dead. I think they're sort of dying to a final headshot on the way out there from XM, as XM's the one to pick up the 2 kills.
Oh no, Hector.
I think sort of similar signs, similar story as maybe as we saw play out in game 1. It might happen again here in game 2.
No, absolutely. They just charged right at them, and yeah, it's the last hit. It is all amped up, of course, from the Deso, so it is a lot of damage that Sniper's able to dish out.
12-7, 3K lead now. XM and Arme in a fantastic spot.
That type of mistakes, that type of stuff that you can't have happen on Heroic when you're playing versus this type of draft, versus this team. Shard now picked up for Arme, very similar. Not exactly the same as Eclipse, but similar concept of being able to boost up that farm that he's already at the top of.
How does K1 ever get an Omni Slash off? I mean, all three of these cores, right? Arme and XM, they're playing at a distance as these 2 ranged carries. And then XXS, he's just popping Primal Split if you jump him. It's so hard for the Jug to get the job done.
And even if you do get the Omni Slash on Weaver, he just clicks Invis, clicks Time Lapse. He has a million different ways to play around it. He's trying to get a wraparound here to find something. Can they get at least Xingqiu? Getting Ame, as we said, it like almost requires a misplay from Ame. And they seem to know exactly this. They have that ward that was placed. I'm not sure if they saw them with it because they were smoked, but both able to sneak away.
Very difficult for Heroic to make the moves now that those last few plays haven't gone their way.
And it feels like, they're in the point where they have to make moves, right? They don't want to play versus this type of scaling thing. It almost feels like they have to with this blink onto Vilama get some very big
DY
success,
might be able to cut off his escape, and yeah, quick stuff there for DY. Immediate static storm into the kinetic field to trap the Pango.
XM dominating.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Super farmed. He's actually going to have BKB. So the concerns of the sniper is them getting on top of him with an early blink timber and a Pango. He's just going to be able to pop BKB and stand his ground in the next upcoming fight. So more and more problems kicking in for Heroic.
I mean, and they're looking at Arme around the mid, but Arme kind of knows himself. He's like, what are you going to do about it? I could just start 1v3. And Heroic, they've got no answers really against this. Analog's going to get glimpsed back, stuck in the river, caught in the kinetic field. A few more right clicks from Arme will bring him down. XXS to get the last touch on him. It's looking rough. This game 2 already starting to feel a whole much more painful than that of game 1, honestly, for Heroic. This is not easy.
This is going to just be the Ame show, it feels like, from now on forward. Now that he's got his farm, he's playing versus no catch whatsoever. He's charged right through them.
It's tough.
It's tough. It's real hard.
And honestly, it does feel like a lot of the sort of struggles from Heroic are coming out from the draft portion. It's the same as we saw from them on the mainstream back when they played against Liquid, right? A few games where at the end of the hero picks, it didn't feel like an easy one.
No. Draft picks plus just like 1 or 2 mistakes when you're playing versus a team like XG, that's going to compound massively.
full Hurricane Pike now on Arme.
Huge. I mean, they've got all their core items.
Yeah,
the big ones at least.
Nearly got his bots on top of the Radiance, 19 minutes.
A BKB on the Sniper. Marcy approaching BKB as well. And Disruptors has Shard, which is like all he needs until way later stages of the Ags. Control of the map, definitely going to be very difficult for Heroic. They're going to try to smoke to look for a fight. It needs to be successful. It's a BKB Sniper, though.
See if XM's quick enough. He's going to get caught by the initial Rolling Thunder, and in fact, they've got the chain stun. Very smoothly executed.
That ward that was placed from way earlier, the one that killed him earlier, still going to be able to get that catch off.
And they're going to hit the scan. They know that XG's in the pit.
Can they make it in time?
Popping the smoke to try and get her as quickly as they can.
Doesn't look like they'll make it in time.
I mean, DY is also ready in position to send those back that he wants to. He's going to get caught by the silence, but the Roshan's already taken the Aegis as well. XG, they can look to try and take this fight 4 versus 5. They're going to jump over towards Schofield. The Static Storm's down.
K1.
It's going to give a chance to Xingqiu to back away. Arme's ready to try and wrap around from the side. Schofield get caught by the split, but the healing ward is out.
Oh my god!
Heal the back up, but Arme
two-shotted.
Just tears through KJ. He's able to turn over towards Analog, take down another. Davai Lama also to fall. It's 4 dead. Only K1, who's maybe not even going to get the chance to get out. He's still got the Blade Fury, so can hold on to that if he gets caught by the glimpse. There it is.
Arme wants him, though.
I mean, they might still catch him.
Xingqiu's got the jump off him.
And he's got another set of the bugs in a second, Arme.
Not gonna chase.
He won't dive. I mean, they
Oh
don't need
my.
to. 4 kills is enough. They get the Roshan, they get the Aegis, they take down 4 heroes. Arme and XM continue to steamroll ahead.
Did you see the Pugna? He died instantly. The sidekick bonus damage with the Deso, it is crazy how he already hits. Look at poor KJ.
On the right.
That feels bad. Even Analog
I mean,
is
even
squishy.
this Fimbra at this stage, it's
Oh,
easy
man.
work for Arme.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Brutal.
Dire's courier
Brutal
has
stuff. They'll
been
settle to try to get their
killed.
Tormentor, but
Radiant are scanning.
I mean, try to get the Tormentor's the right answer
And
there,
they
because
might mess
XG's
with
here.
this. Yeah, Xtreme's around.
XG might just fight them on top of it.
Yeah, Heroic. They can't take the Tormentor right now.
Hector has to TP,
Dire's bottom tower
and now they'll lose their Tormentor as well. Schofield?
He's going to try for the nuke, but he won't get it. Goes the way of XXS, goes the way of Xtreme. They'll take the tier 2 as well.
Rough stuff, rough stuff.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
High ground time. Why not?
Dire's bottom
They've got
tower
great
is
siegers, they've got the Deso.
Dire's structures are fortified.
We'll get glyphed. They have another wave coming in. Do they want to continue poking or go farm? They'll go farm. Got some wisdom runes and stuff to grab. K1.
Radiant's top tower.
He's not
is
got a
under
TP.
attack.
Oh my god, he's just solo killed.
It's painful. As I say, much more painful than that of Game 1, and Game 1 was pretty rough. Not really a situation where,
Radiant's top
Jug,
tower is under attack.
as a hero, it doesn't seem like he's going to be able to carry this.
Honestly, it feels like Ame could charge into almost 5 heroes at this point and probably get out while killing a couple of them. Yeah, K1. As you said, he got the Battle Fury, but showing up those mistakes are massive. You make them when you aren't getting that type of farm. Showing up to the bottom fight, dying the way that he died, and then afterwards, this already was a very difficult game for them, but they made it even more difficult with those type of mistakes. And now you can, I mean, look at the way they're probably like, where do we go from here? The 2 supports sticking together, trying to find something.
Dire's
Devi
middle
as well
tower
too,
is
but
under attack.
the game is truly broken at this point.
A 17k lead here, just 23 minutes in.
It's too early for this type of lead.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
BKB finished up on Xingqiu, a Daedalus now for Ame, who is already 2-shotting heroes. Honestly, Sidekick Weaver is absurdly busted because you get the double hit too, so yeah, you have plus 48, but you essentially have way more than that every single time.
Dire's
Like,
courier
watching it
has
coming
been
into play now in this game is looking like a really potent combo, which I already liked Weaver a lot in this patch. This duo is real strong. Analog.
Gonna have the glimpse,
Goodbye, my friend.
and they've certainly got the damage. That's the Timber Sword gone in 2-3 hits from Arme.
Nowhere to go. Wards placed everywhere. They're versus the Disruptor. I mean, playing versus Disruptor when you're behind like this is also pretty miserable.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Now you could go for the push. Heroic, they've not really got a lot to stop them with.
Dire's middle tower.
I love that too, the combo that he can do with the shard, with the sidekick as well. He full heals off the creep wave every time. Yeah, just more and more cool combos we're seeing.
Dire's middle barracks.
And they can't touch him. Bruce splits up, Disruptor ults up.
About 400 gold away from having the full AC on XXS, so that's going to help speed things up even more for XG on this push.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Now, Hector's going to turn up just because he has to, because this game is over any moment now. Just got to try for one last fight.
He'll probably die as quickly as Analog did on his Timber.
XXS scouting on the side with his Wind Panda.
Bottom tower has fallen.
Xingqiu wants blood.
Okay, one. Let's see if we at least get to see one Omni Slash before the end of the game. So I don't think we've seen one yet, have we?
Nope. It's going to be after the 2 sets of racks drop at least.
Has fallen.
Oh, nice little play there.
They're going to try and go in onto XM, but they won't catch him. And XM just turns. Oh, there's Dion. Oh.
Oh, no.
Well, that
high
was
fives are out.
unimpressive to say the least, that Omni Slash.
Well, that's that.
And that's the GG. Okay, well, tough day today here for Heroic. They won't be able to get any of these games against Xtreme Gaming. Xtreme Gaming, they'll take this series 2-0. And it looked very convincing. Game 1 was one thing, but this game 2...